Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of How to Run 3 Black Eyes as PRC. So once again we're slowly retreating in Manchuria under the massive wave of enemies. Now to be fair, I really should probably just put in like another few infantry divisions at least underway. Like, I don't know, 10 or something. And just put those to the top of the list just so that we can get a bit... Oh, don't do that. Right, so just so we can get a little bit of more... troops underway. So these are not going to be done until April, but at least we'll get a full core of infantry in April then, which is going to be hopefully enough to then start pushing back the enemy in north again, because we really need to get some troops. We need to, essentially what we need to do is we need to stop the enemy advance in the south. Then we need to start pushing back in the north over here somewhere, cut off some of the enemy troops, then destroy those completely, which we are still losing some ground in here, but luckily we did at least get that airfield built. And I think that was actually a good move in the end, or it will be a good move in the end. Although by the time we get back there, we'll probably have light bombers, which means that that's not really needed anymore. But yeah, no, we're slowly working on getting some of the planes and all that. We're going to get a decent bit of twin-engine planes in May. But beyond that, there's not going to be too much. We are going to get the 2 naval infantry divisions, but those are going to take a while. Although, actually, how is the naval infantry's morale looking like right now? It's still 11.5, okay. Are they getting some... Oh, invasion focus, right, so they need to get that... tech first in there, and that is going to give them the 10% morale boost. Okay, so they're not quite ready yet. We've got some more troops in here. We're going to go and in the naval infantry over here to the jungle, hold back the enemy. Hopefully, the enemy's got quite a bit of troops in the Indochina or Southeast Asia over here, but hopefully they're not going to be doing too much of a problem for us. They're not actually doing too much ground attacks right now in here, so at least our interceptors are doing mostly fine. Garrison might get pushed back. Oh, Wang Jingmen was lost, and Jingyun is under attack. At least some of these troops did manage to regain some organization. We might go ahead and send in some of these troops back into combat. These ones are looking a bit dire. We are going to probably have to retreat from here. Plus, I suppose we might want to go ahead and redeploy a unit just to hold back the ground. We'll move the Mountaineer Corps back a little bit, and we'll probably move the Birds Corps back a little bit. I don't want them to be directly in combat right now. Ooh, Portrait Tactics advance. There we go. We're under attack in Veju. Right, so I'm pretty sure that one of these, this one at least retreating, or was moving away. So that can continue retreating. Plus, oh dear, oh dear. We got our division shattering Fengsheng. So that means that that's going to be all the way back here. Well, that's going to take a while then. Well, I'll try to send it towards Mukden. It's probably not going to arrive in time. If we can't stop this attack very, very shortly, then they are going to have a massive breakthrough, and they might... Well, I suppose once they get a breakthrough, if we can get at least a little bit of troops from the south, which we are already bringing some troops. Technically speaking, we could probably just send this corps up north as well. We'll send it towards Beijing, or Tianjin right now. And then from there, we'll see what the situation is. Because we just need more troops in here right now to stop this onslaught. But then once we can stop it, we can start dealing our fair share of damage on them. I mean, to be fair, that's not to say that they haven't already taken decent casualties. But that needs to retreat. We'll send another unit over there. Maybe we'll send 2 more units in there. We need to hold back the enemy. These definitely need to retreat. Retreat to either one. And then over here, I think we may need to... Well, I think we can hold on to Harbin for a little bit longer, but we will probably lose that one as well. And I think what we're going to do over here, actually, is... oh boy, we're going to have to retreat that one. And I think we might retreat one of these into here. Oh, Yitong is a victory at least. So at least in the central front over here, despite quite a sizable attacks going on, we are still holding our ground. But for how long remains to be seen. We might not be able to... Oh, and Fengsheng has been lost. We have no one guarding that one right now. Well, we've got someone retreating at least in there. And of course, this attack is probably going to get shattered eventually. But we are looking really bad. Oh, Fujin. Right, they took that one. We still control the corridor over there because I had to give that with a console command for myself anyway. Because it would not switch hands otherwise. Oh, pre-war armor construction. There we go. And ground attack focus. And the Soviets want to buy some supplies from us. I suppose that's fine, actually. They'll probably eventually cancel that trade deal, though. Ah, but rare extraction is going to be done soon. Do we need more? Actually, so rares and metal, we're actually doing pretty fine. So I think what I might do, after that is built, I'll go ahead and drop that down the list for a little while. And then also, like, whenever we get some other of these buildings, we'll just go ahead and drop them in the list. Because we really need to get focus on the actual troops right now. And if we don't get the troops to fight in the front line, we are going to lose. I mean, to be fair, that is the harder difficulty playing on us a little bit in here. We got the extra reinforcements in there. We might go ahead and send one more troop in there just to allow us to inflict enough casualties in the defense. And then we can maybe start retreating the light infantry from there. Then Atod. But they've got a massive stack of troops in here still. Oh, naval air targeting. There we go. We're looking really, really rough. And that's going to have to retreat. That one's pretty low on strength. Everything else over there can probably still stay for a little while. Pengshi. Oh, no. You are going to retreat. Which does mean that they are going to get in there possibly before we do. But we lost a Dong. Right, well, I suppose we did lose a battle there some time ago. Now they're attacking across the river. No, actually, they're attacking across the river into these two. Well, I think these are going to be mostly... Oh, major defeat. Where was this? Oh, Errolha. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, dear. Yeah, so we don't have basically no troops that are capable of fighting other than like a handful of divisions in here. And they've got about 2 armies worth of divisions in just this stretch of front. So we are looking pretty rough over here. We're going to start retreating a bit more of these troops a bit further back and then try to get into position. We do not want to lose Dalian. So we need to kind of get into... Well, we are losing the mountain Bengshi. At least we got most of the mountains in here still, but we are losing some of the mountains as well. So it's going to be really, really painful, this... Oh, submarine AA. Okay, and land-based air warning radar advance. There we go. We're still bombing in Gushan at least. So the enemy troops in there are going to be slightly reduced, at least in strength. Alahai is under attack. Right, so we only have one set of close air support. Yeah, okay. That's kind of the downside in here for us right now. I suppose one of the things that I could... Well, no, we still need to help over here to hold on to the mountains. And Paksha is... Oh, that was a victory for us, actually. How are we doing over here? We're slowly winning that. This one's going to be, well, slowly a victory, I reckon, as well. And they were doing a bombing attack in Dabus Nur. Where was that? Oh, we're actually under attack over here in the airfield now. Well, we did have some time to dig in. We've got decent defense modifiers. But we might lose this. At least we've got a fairly experienced commander in there, so that does help. Oh, Tyler is under attack. Is that one? That one's pretty close to shattering, so we're going to have to retreat that already. The other one can still hold on for now. But yeah, no, this is looking pretty darn dire. I'm going to have to retreat from Harbin. Just so that we can get those troops into other provinces. So that is going to... Oh, and we lost a province there. At least retreating this one back to safety. Oh, they got bombing runs over here. Okay. And at least the ground attack... Well, I suppose... Wanjiapu is going to... Oh, Bengshi. There we go. We got a unit in there. So we at least hold back this bloody headquarters defense unit. Oh, there's a detachment over there. That is just trying to exploit the gaps there. But yeah, no, this situation is looking very, very bad for us. It's not impossibly bad, but the problem is that the Japanese probably have about 80% of their troops against us, rather than against the Allies, which they honestly should probably be fighting at this point. They got, like, they spawned in some troops on the Burmese border, at least, and probably on the Malaya border as well. So they're using those right now, but those aren't going to be too much. They have not been able to take any port in Philippines, so those are probably going to get pushed back eventually. And so Philippines might not even fall to the Japanese anytime soon. At least not until they lost half their army in Manchuria again, shatter, and then they'll start distributing that elsewhere. But the positive thing has been at least our officer ratio has started increasing again, despite all the casualties we're taking in the combats. Partially because we're recruiting almost 200 per day. At the cost of quite a bit of our research, mind you. Hey, but there we go. Under is going to hold. And the garrisons over here, well, they might hold. At least we're still doing the ground attacks over there. But this one's looking a bit dire. How bad is that one? These two can probably hold on for now. We definitely need to start retreating some more troops from here. Especially towards west. We should not be retreating northward. And I think what we might want to do in here is... Oh dear. These need to start retreating already in there. This one can still hold on for a little while. But yeah, no, this is actually... Oh boy, the entire southern Manchuria might be lost in this. I'm going to start retreating some of these headquarters a little bit further back. Just so that they're not right on the front line. Because none of these are combat headquarters. Now, to be fair, making them into combat headquarters wouldn't be too difficult, but we already got way too much stuff in production anyway, so we can't really add more into it, other than, or without other things being then delayed unnecessarily, or potentially indefinitely. So at least the mountains and under, we're taking a bit of casualties in there because of the bombing runs, but we are going to win that combat at least. Ah, there we go, and our Bears managed to hold on to the mountains, or hills actually here. But it's now under attack by another division. And that's coming from Ping Sheng, so we're not even bombing those right now. I know that this might sound a lot of whining over here, but I'm just a little bit frustrated with the situation. We are at least getting the industry. Right, how are we doing over here? So this one's, well, slowly. Oh, major defeat. Cow shit. Oh, come on. Again? We've been here before. Someone's going to hold these. Oh, yeah, no, one of these is probably going to have to... Or both of these are probably going to have to retreat sooner. Yeah, so... Oh, right. Okay, so they got 7 divisions attacking into Kaohsiung. I mean, at least we got the troops away from Yicheng. Oh, make that 10 divisions. No, 8 divisions, right. Right, I'm going to go ahead and treat this one to Mukden. And then this one's going to probably stay put for now. These two can still hold on for a little while. So at least we are sort of slowing down the enemy advance in some areas, but we're still losing too much ground. There's not two ways around that. Oh, Shulai. Oh, right, so they're pushing along in Indochina now, but at least this is going to be a victory. We might go ahead and pull back the light infantry division now. The other two can still hold on to the mountains. I suspect that that's still going to be pretty darn difficult for the enemies to push through. Over here we're still holding our ground. These two are mostly fine. We've got a unit defending the port. The planes are still barely repairing. I think what we might need to do is to send these down to somewhere else where we've got airfield, like Sanya. Go repair there, so that we can actually get these into combat strength again. And then start doing some intercepting in here again. Or send these up north, actually. That could also be a possibility. So we lost Harbin. We're getting airstrike over here in the mountains, and they are doing another attack. Yeah, no, that might not hold. Jumping. Okay, so 98th Division needs to pull back. It's pretty low on strength. Everything else can probably hold on. I should actually try to send it over there, so it might help holding on to Tai Lai. These two will... I don't know if those will actually hold. We've got a unit over here that needs reinforcements. How much do we need? About 70 manpower right now. Now, on the bright side, I'm pretty sure the Japanese have a massive demand for... Oh, right, they've got more manpower because of the events. So, yeah, the Japan... Oh, AI has endless manpower, essentially, which can be very frustrating at times. But at the same time, means that you won't be able to just, you know, defend your line until the enemy is down to 0 strength and then attack. And to steamroll over them. So you need to actually attack against the enemy to win. Okay, I'm going to pull back the garrison, get that to Mukden. Oh, Palang was a victory finally. That one's probably going to be a victory. We lost Ninjiang. We might lose this one at some point. We're losing Harbin. At least, let's go ahead and send in Iliescu's second motorized division over here to start help defending some of these. I think we can probably hold on to this river line in here for the most part. Hey, a tow out was a victory. So we lost about 750 men. Oh, it's 1st of January as well, so we'll need to do the start of the year things. So how we got on, actually? Oh, Bank of International Settlements, right. Economic boost, I think we... Oh, we actually choose that. Do we have all the things over here that we wanted to get? We could get the mining. Now, we'd reduce IC and manpower a little bit. We would increase the resource quite a bit and IC efficiency by 3.5%. But I think we're actually going to go with the short-term investment right now. We need the industry. And then what are we doing on the... Alright, Bank of International Settlements. We wanted to get some more leadership on that. Just to get the leadership modifier slightly higher. We'll do that one, and then we don't really need to exchange IC for resources. How are we doing on these? No, we haven't got on level 4s on other than the road network yet. We could also do the espionage focus. What is our current espionage focus anyway? Reduce our neutrality. What is our neutrality? Okay, yeah, we could probably switch that away. We could go for the IC efficient production, to be fair. That's one option. National unity could... Well, we don't really need too much of that. Spy catching could be handy. Urgent threat impact could be also quite handy, but I think we're going to go with the economic spying. Just to get those extra stuff. We're not actually recruiting anymore. Well, actually, no, we are recruiting a few spies. We can probably reduce that a little bit. Let's just put these points into officer recruitment, just so that we can get the officer ratio up a little bit faster, and then our combat efficiency will be slightly better as well. Under attack once more. Oh boy, we're taking pretty hefty casualties in there. Hey, Bengshi was a victory at least. Oh, and now they're attacking with another unit. Oh, that's not going to hold. That's not going to hold. We don't really have a lot of troops to send down there either. We can maybe send that one down south. But this one's going to be a loss, no doubt. That one's going to be something that we're going to hold on to for now. We'll start retreating a little bit in here. And then from... Oh boy. Let's go ahead and start retreating these divisions that are really not in combat shape at all. So the fact is that they just got a massive manpower advantage in here. We can't really deal with that right now. We got some troops arriving from the south. They're already towards Tianjin. But we've got 2 corps heading in here. So with 10 more divisions, we can maybe hold on to this line at least. And then from there, we can start whittling them down at least. At least we'd have a much better airfield coverage. Well, I say much better. It's actually not that much better airfield coverage in here. We got the airfield over here at level 4, so that's at least something. Jinku is level 3, so at least these can repair relatively well. Speaking of repairing, how's the air force in here? Ah, there we go. It is now finally repairing. Just about. We do need a bit more reinforcements. But yeah, the battle in Kaohsiung is going to be a loss, no doubt. Very soon at that. Got a lag spike. Ooh, battle commander. Actually, while I do like battle commands, I'm going to say we have better use of our officers right now. Ooh, but Nanjing gets a heavy, I see. There we go. And victory at Halahai. That's still holding, so... Nanjing, that is... Yeah, it's got 2 industry in there. We'll go ahead and build that up. Over time, at least. Not necessarily immediately, but at least that is going to be better than nothing. And we needed a whole lot more reinforcements. We've still got so many combats going on. We need 72 manpower right now, and it's not even done yet. Not even nearly done yet, even. I should say. So the garrisons over here at least are holding back the enemy a little while, but especially with the ground attacks that we're doing, but they've got such a huge amount of troops in that province. Well, it is then. There was another victory. Jingyuan is under attack once more. But at least we managed to hold back the enemy in some places. But it's not sufficient, I reckon. But hopefully we can hold on to these 2. Is that one? That one needs a lot more reinforcements. At least it's currently able to repair, so there's that. And these, I do wonder, actually. Let's try to do a bit of a counterattack over here. And the mountain forest. Now, it's not necessarily going to be an easy victory for us, or victory at all, actually. It's too rough a terrain, we can't win that. And we're getting pushed back in here. Oh boy. Oh, research center, there we go. And medium shipyard, armament factory, and major defeat in Kaohsiung. Oh yeah, we lost 10,000 men there. But it's a very rough terrain to defend. Mainly, there's not a lot of defensive terrain in there. Alright, so this one's the one that they were bombing at us. Okay, let's go ahead and get another unit over there. Tabsnura is under attack once more. Now we've got 3 divisions in there. I think we can hold back the enemy for a little bit longer. At least the cavalry is taking massive casualties in there already. They've taken Harbin, so we're losing a bit more industry. Which is one of the reasons why we needed to get the short-term investment this tier. In 4 days we're going to get the transports done, so that's going to give us at least another 12 points of IC, more or less. Spare for the production, so we can at least get a bit more work done on the medium bombers. Because those are not going to be built anytime soon. We are also going to be getting the first set of submarines in March. Quite a bit of industries. Well, those are going to be done in about 2 weeks. Pillboxes are going to be done in about 10 days. To be fair, I think... oh, right. How far are we Okay, these are still going to be a while away. But then we're going to clear out the pockets there. The defense over here should be relatively easy to hold on to. Might even be able to start making some counterattacks. Although this one's looking a little bit dire. Do we have anyone that could maybe go ahead and assist there? I'll take one of these. Redeploy over there. We'll still have 2 units defending Hugh anyway, so I think we'll be mostly fine. The fighters are slowly repairing now, so that's good. Honestly, what we may need to do is just get some more fighters somewhere in the northern areas in here. Ah, we have upgraded the airfield over here to level 2. That's good. So that at least gives us a bit more possibilities on intercepting the enemy planes here. They're still doing the bombing runs in Nanda, and I think that is too far. Well, it's actually not too far away. Intercept day and night. The entire front line is a bit of a wide net there. But maybe... Oh, there we go. Victor Dubs. No, maybe we can start wrecking those bombers once more. Ooh, we need to definitely get some help in here. Is that one? That one's going to kind of hold. I think we're going to go ahead and send in the mercenary infantry retreating in a little while. So they'll be able to regain some organization. Not strength, though. So that's going to be a potential issue. Oh, there we go. We did catch the bloody bombers in under. There we go. And there's bonuses that we just got from the various buildings. So, yeah, it's still going to take a while. At least 2 more days for the transport. So that's going to be one more thing that we don't need to worry about. The very southern front of the, or end of the front is looking a bit dire. We are getting at least some more troops over there. We're going to go ahead and send another one in here. Because that one's going to have to read before it shatters. But I guess what we can do is we can redeploy this one. Hopefully it will be there before the enemies do. I mean, it's moving pretty darn quick here with the redeployment. So we'll probably be able to buy some time, and then this one's going to be joining in there as soon as possible. Oh, Karachi has been lost to the enemy. And Saudi Arabia has joined the Axis. Alright then. But yeah, unfortunately, we have basically very little troops right now that are able to do attacking. So we just need to hold, or try to defend, and we are getting overwhelmed. We have not gotten enough time to reorganize the troops is the problem. But we are starting to get at least some of the infantry in here now, towards Dawa. So that is at least going to be somewhat helpful. We can then use them to stop the attacks towards Jingu and Dalian. And then that's going to allow us to pacify the area a little bit. We'll have use of our bombers, at least, in here. Which, to be fair, well, they're not necessarily that helpful. Plus, the range is a bit low. I guess what we could do is do some ground attacks over here for a little while. Oh, Bengshi is under attack. Well, there we go. We did get there in time, at least. And that one's probably, once we get a second division in there, that's going to be a little bit easier to hold on to. Jiajing is another victory. There we go. They took 7,000 casualties, we took 1,000. Steeping is under attack. Ooh, that's not going to hold. Retreat. Jiajing is under attack once more. Well, they are going to be taking a lot of casualties in here, attacking across the river against our armored units. So that's not going to be very helpful for them. But then that might open up some possibilities for other combats later on. Is that one? That one's not looking too great, but we've got the mercenary infantry heading in there. So we just need to hold back for a little bit longer. And our reinforcements from the south are now arriving. Well, slowly towards the front line at least. I don't think Alberta is going to be able to hold on to this. Maybe one more combat, but after that it's going to get pushed out. There's just no way that it can hold continuous combat for much longer. And the continuous combat is what is going to be happening. But there we go, we got some of the transport ships now. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop these into Guangzhou, as per usual. That's basically the one place that we put pretty much all the ships into. But tomorrow we're going to get another transport, and then that does free up a little bit more production for at least get the submarines full speed ahead in the production, and we'll hopefully get a few more other things. Pillboxes are still going to take a little while. Oh, Nanzamu is under attack. Quite a few units in there, but I think if we just reach one of these, the rest of them can actually hold back the enemy, at least for now. So we are slowly whittling down the enemy strength in here. Oh, payment received, there we go. But that one's going to be looking a bit down. Oh, Yemen's joined the Axis, okay. So, oh, no, we're not going to send this one in yet. Still too low strength. How bad is the... Right, so Middle East is very much Axis front right now. But that does distract... Oh, oh my goodness. The Axis have managed to almost get back into Egypt, or push into Egypt now. So there we go. Oh, there's a bit of partisans in Russia, or Soviet Union. Not really Russia. Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And Belarus. The Soviets are still holding into Crimea, at least, so that's kind of good for them. But they've managed to take Rostov back. So there's a lot of counterattacks that did happen there during the winter offensive. Well, it's still probably ongoing, actually. Now, how's the Philippines situation? The Japanese are getting crushed, and they did manage to get a port in there, at least. Huh. They must have used the invasion port. Well, fair enough. But yeah, they are at least gaining some ground there. Speaking of which, where's the... No, our troops have not arrived in here. It's bloody slow movement in here. Long provinces, rough terrain, and very low infrastructure. Italy wants to buy tungsten? No. Don't want to support Italy right now with tungsten. Hey, assault guns to level 2, finally. And there's a transport that we were waiting for. Need a bit more upgrades, more reinforcements. And function bombings to this. Oh, that's quite a stack of units in there. But maybe, just maybe with the ground attacks, we can make sure that Albertus can hold on a little bit longer. Not much longer, mind you. Oh, we lost Yitong. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Thailand was a victory. They took another 5,000 casualties in there. Oh, and they're now attacking with another unit. Seeping was lost. So the central front, basically the southern half of the front line has been an utter disaster for a while now. Let's go ahead and retreat these. We can hopefully hold on to the mountains in here, though. In Nanzamu. And Alberta is under attack again with a full strength division. That's not going to hold. Well, how far are the reinforcements? They're not that far, actually. Oh, right, one of the corps is heading to Mukden directly. The other one was heading for Dawa. We've got one of the divisions in there already. Let's get that one to Haisheng. So that we'll at least have back or fallback positions in here. Oh, Fushun is under attack. That one's going to have to pull back. We can maybe get some more troops to reinforce themselves in Mukden. Oh, Saravanova's victory. There we go. And looks like this one's getting under attack. Yeah, Pakse. Well, it's not looking too strong for the enemy. They are still doing quite a bit of attacks. Oh, that was going to have to pull back, actually. Right, let's pull back. That's a major defeat. Well, the losses were roughly equal, but it's just we weren't prepared for a prolonged battle with the light infantry there. But we are going to get some more infantry in here. I suppose what we could do is we'll send both of these in there. The light infantry is going to go to Vin to reinforce and reorganize there in the meanwhile, as soon as it's ready to move in. We've got 2 units heading in here, so we can probably hold on to that bridge here at least. It looks like we're defending in here relatively well, so I'm not too worried about it. So Indo-China front is less of a problem. It's the southern Manchuria that is very concerning. And 4 more days for the pillboxes. And then we'll get some infrastructure after that soon enough. So that's going to be fairly decent. That's going to free up a little bit of production. We'll start making a bit more progress on the light bombers because we desperately need some more bombers. Actually, what I might do is I'm going to go ahead and put in some close air support again. Get 3. And then we'll get that 1 fighter bomber to assist them. Now, they don't actually take that much to build. We do already have 1 set of those, or another set of those underway. I'm going to go ahead and push these to the top of the list, actually. So they will be done in June and July. Okay, we're losing ground. At least this one's going to be probably holding. Over here, we have managed to start getting at least a little bit ground. I'll hold on to a little bit ground. We could probably... Oh, how's that one? That one's going to be a victory. We can probably send in another one to hide us in. That one's going to be a victory. This one is something that we need to retreat from. Well, one of the units at least. And over here, we also need to retreat with one of the units. We can send in this one in now. And Iliescu's motorized division is hopefully going to be able to hold back the enemy. But that infantry division might need to retreat sooner. So I'm actually going to retreat that already. For a brief while. Oh, the enemy's actually abandoned this one. How are we doing on Anda? Oh, that's not looking good. Okay, how about you actually just digging in the mountains in here instead? Oh, Halahai was another victory. So at least over here we're still kind of holding. But yeah, the southern half of Manchuria is really rough. And looks like Alberta's going to have to start pulling back soon enough. Right, we've got 2 units over here that are slowly trying to reinforce. Let's get some more troops in there. We have gotten some more units from the southern front to assist in here. Get both of those in there for now. So we can maybe get one protecting the mountains there. And then as soon as this one's ready... ooh, actually, is that... we might need some help in the southern area as well. Did we just get another one in here? We did. Oh, well, let's just go ahead and send that one down to... well, probably a Haisheng. So we'll have one to go for Zhuang here. Another one to go to Wangyapu. And then Bengshi. We'll get at least one over there, and slowly but surely with the fresh units we should be able to stop them. Our officer ratio is now starting to be pretty decent, so we maybe go ahead and start reducing the recruitment a tiny bit. Go to like 18 leadership so we can get a few more research underway as well. Because we're desperately needing that to happen. But yeah, it's looking pretty rough still. Although, again, there's some areas where we are holding the enemy back quite well, but this one's going to be a loss, so I'm going to have to pull back that already, I think, before it gets bombed to oblivion. So right now, it can at least be still somewhat of strength, that can still fight for a little while, and it can start regaining organization while it's retreating already, although it will start losing the organization by the time the enemy arrives here. I do wonder, seems like the Japanese might be moving a little bit of troops down south now. But this one's going to have to retreat. I'm going to probably pull back that already. Major defeat. So we're getting quite a bit of war exhaustion. Which, to be fair, makes quite a bit of sense. So actually, that one should just stay put. I'm gonna go ahead and start retreating some of these towards the airfield. The motorized division can hold back for a little bit longer, although not much longer, I reckon. And we may need to retreat the planes from here sooner. The problem is that we have very little airfields now in the vicinity. Like, Dalian is one of the places that we could go to, but that doesn't have even nearly the coverage that we would need. At least Tantu was a victory, and Jing was a victory. So both, this one and that one were victories. They got quite a bit of troops over here in Angduang. So that's not really helpful for us right now. Okay, yeah, we've got some more troops in there. We've got another unit in here. Go ahead and send this one probably also over there, actually. We'll send that one down to help Albertus. Maybe we'll be able to hold on to the ground there if we get there in time. Nanzama was a victory. There we go. Although some of these definitely need to retreat. I suppose we got a bit of troops in here that might be able to start doing a bit of counterattack at least. If nothing else, at least, you know, some spoiling attacks. We'll make sure... Oh, Saudi Arabia joined Germany against... Okay. So Saudi Arabia is now in the war. Well, it looks like... Is the enemy... No, the lack of supply seems to be on our side of some of the units that just retreated. Yeah, that seems to be the case. But now in the mountains, we've got at least... Oh, close air support prototype advance. There we go. That's actually quite handy. It might be even worthwhile then cancelling the close air support over here. Unfortunately, it's going to be using up the names, at least temporarily. And then we'll put in 3 close air support once again. At least the bombing runs in Pengsheng are allowing us to hold our ground a little bit better. Oh, victory of Fushun. So over here we held our ground just about. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to pull back the mercenary infantry just so that I can regain organization for a little while. It's looking very, very rough. We've got some more troops over here in Mukden, of course, but that's not looking too great. But we are also, unfortunately, out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.